Hello, guys. Welcome to Rezo Edge VFX. I'm your host, John Aheri. So, today we're going to be carefully looking at how to add materials to your models in Blender. All right. So, once you have modeled something, you need to assign correct materials to it to be able to help us towards the texturing process, and equally to add the right set of materials to make it at least come closer to looking good. All right, so we're going to quickly go through that. We have various materials: glass, we have metal, we have other materials. Okay, so we're going to go through how to assign it properly, how to assign multiple materials as well. All right, so let's go immediately. All right, guys, so welcome to Blender. And so we're going to be creating a material for the phone you're seeing here. This is the iPhone model in the last tutorial. So we'll just be assigning some materials to it quickly so that we can be able to texture it much later. All right. So what do? We're going to have to press tab, go to edit mode. All right. And when you go to edit mode, you're going to select the areas you want to apply materials to. Okay, now from now we want to add a material to the screen, then after which you add a material to this is like a metallic material. The screen should have like a glassy kind of material, and this should be metallic. Okay, so then we'll now add a material for the lenses. Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, so even the flash, will have a material for the flash as well. All right, so let's get going. So you're going to select the whole area you want for the screen, and you press this face key and select all the areas you want for this the screen by pressing C. You can press circle select and just select these whole areas for this C for the screen. Okay, press escape once you are done, and move around and make sure it's the areas you selected that are actually selected. All right, if there are areas that you didn't want that is selected, for example, maybe an area like this selected here, you don't want it, use the middle mouse key, press on the middle mouse key of your mouse, and it will delete that area. Okay, press escape to always leave the circle key before you go around again. Now you have done this, you have selected the area you want. Go to this place. We are already used to modifiers, so go to materials, click on materials, click on new material. All right, now when you click on this new material, whatever material that appears first is going to be a material that is going to be applied all over your model. So the top one is always the one that was applied all over your model. All right, okay, so we are going to assume the dominant material here is a let's say a metallic material. Okay, so that's a dominant material all over this. All right, a metallic material. So this first one should be called the metallic material. Okay, so we'll call it metallic. Yeah, just call it metallic, is fine. Metallic. Then press enter. Good. Then for you to now assign a new one on this, so the whole body is now metallic, so the first material you always add is for the whole body. So we now want to separate the screen. So the one you want for the screen, you have already selected the screen. Okay, so you have to click on another plus here. All right, click on another plus, a new material slot will come out. You now click on new. Now this is now the one you want to assign for this screen. So because you have selected the screen already, now click assign. Okay, assign would go ahead and take out this screen out of the whole of the body of the whole thing. How do you know? Once you click assign, it's done. How do you know it's done? Click on deselect, it will deselect the screen. Click on select again, it will select only that screen. All right, click on deselect again. Now if you go to metallic and click on select, to select every other place like I've showed you, but aside from the screen, to show you that it has only selected every other place and the screen has been taken out of the equation and the screen is separate. Okay, so you can now call this screen. All right, or you can call the phone screen. So we know the kind of screen we are, but we know what we're talking about. So the screen. All right, so metallic and screen, fantastic. So since they're all together, we have done two different materials. Good. So you can now press tab, go to object, come out of object, and you go to metallic and apply a metallic texture. Now for us to properly apply materials, you need to click on this edge, the top edge of your screen here. Click on it, hold and drag it towards the left. All right, before you do that, make sure your pointer changes to this sign. All right, okay, if it doesn't change, it won't work. So move it there, change it and drag it. Then you have split your screen, then click on this and you see a lot of options. Change the options here, because right now we're looking at 3D viewports. This is the viewports, 3D viewports. That's what this is. So change it from there to shader editor. All right, what we're doing is called materials and shaders. Okay, shader editor is another name for materials. Okay, material editor. So you click on shader editor, it comes out like this. All right, we don't need this panel here. So to remove these panels that come out, this side panel at the right, press any N or any N, and it closes that side panel. All right, and so you see what we call, this is the principled BSDF. Okay, this is what you see here, but this is a more elaborate one of it. Okay, is a node, a principled BSDF node. This is what controls the materials, and this is how you quality control your textures. Okay, but so we're going to use it for materials for now. So this is where the base color enters, the color of the material. This is, if it's a metallic, you adjust this to make it metallic. If it's rough, you have to adjust for roughness. IOR is the index of refraction for glasses, and alpha is how transparent it is. Normal, these ones are for textures. Normal, subsurface, specular is how much light reflects on it. Okay, how much light it actually reflects is specularity. Subsurface is for skin, how much light can actually scatter inside it. Okay, normal is for actually giving it extra texture, how much of the height the texture can actually have, to make it more realistic. Transmission is how much light can pass through it. This is what you can use to do glass. Coat, sheen, and emission are other settings that will come to. Emission is to emit light later, but we'll get to that when we're dealing with more advanced things. So we'll focus more on base color. So for metal, for this metal, let's just do this blue iPhone. Okay, just because it's more interesting. So let's use this blue color. Now we're going to change the color from this to something bluish. Okay, something bluish. And just an extra bonus, if you have like your reference on the screen here, you can click on this eyedropper. All right, it selects any color you want. So you can come here and click on this color, it selects that color. All right, if that's how you want it, you can take a color from your screen. So that's how you change the color. Now, but for you to actually see these things, change your viewport. This is how you can view. Okay, so you can choose to view it as a wireframe. Okay, it sees through, or you choose to see it as a solid, or you click here to see it as a look development, like the materials preview. This is how you can preview your material. Okay, so you click on it, and this is designed to actually show you what you are doing in real time in the most realistic colors and textures possible. All right, it just simulates something more realistic for you to at least preview it. This is not how you render it, but just to preview it. Okay, so you see, this is how you be seeing it. So this is the color we have selected now for it, and so you go to roughness, and you are going to make this reduce the roughness a little bit. If you want to make it shiny, then what you need to pay attention to is metallic. This is a metallic material. Okay, we call it metallic. So you have to increase the metallic slider from here all the way till the end. Okay, so when you do that, you see that the materials is a little bit more metallic now, right? It's looking like this. It's more metallic. Good, fantastic. And you can reduce the roughness. Now, if you make the roughness all the way rough, you can see. If you make it all the way down, is not rough anymore. It's not so reflective. Okay, so but it's not like that. You can make it like 0.2 or 0.25. Okay, and that is good. That is good enough. 0.25. So you can see it's all metallic now, right? Okay, fantastic. And we can bring our phone forward. We can move our phone forward so we can be able to rotate and see the back, all right, without obstructing ourselves. All right, fantastic. So you can see it's metallic now. That is material. Then you go to phone screen and assign that of phone screen. Now the phone screen is going to be very tricky. Not really tricky though, but it's going to be interesting. So what do? Now you want your phone screen to be black, right? because most phones actually, they are black when there's nothing shown on the screen. Okay, we're not going to be putting this texture here yet. We'll just make it a black screen, make it black, right? But not totally pitch black. Okay, your phone is not pitch black, so you leave it like this, but it's still not looking like a real phone screen. So, but here we'll leave metallic. It's not a metallic. Your phone is not the Robocop. So I mean, it's not metallic. Okay, so it's just it's closer to glass. All right, so it's not metallic. So what you do is, for roughness, you'd first you leave roughness first. Okay, but we'll adjust it. But to make it closer to glass, to make it glass like, go to transmission. All right, and increase the weight from 0 to 1. All right, when you increase to 0 to 1, then you can now transmission shows how much light it can allow through. So glass actually, kind of refracts light. Okay, yeah, that's how much light it can allow and refract it. So that's what it is. So make it all the way to 1, then now reduce the roughness. When you reduce roughness, reduce it all the way to 0.1, all the way to 0.1, or even 0.05, 0.05. yeah, so you can see it's looking like your very neat glass, right? Fantastic. Yeah, so if you want it to be more smooth, like less rough, you can still go down from 0.05 to 0.03. I don't want to be so crazy, but I mean, some phones are actually very that neat. Okay, so you can see the materials are looking good right now. Okay, so for these guys, see, they are separate objects, so you need to add them separately. So you need to okay, you see, like for this actually has the same material as the metallic thing in here, right? Good. So instead of you coming to click and create another metallic something, this is what you do. Since we already created a metallic thing here, so click on this one. Instead of clicking on the new material here, click here, and to show you all the materials I've already created. Okay, and select the one you want for it. So we're looking for blue. No, not blue. Is that blue? No. We're looking for metallic, right? Good. So we'll click on metallic. That's the last one we created for the body, because the body here is metallic, right? So we want this to be like the body. So click on here, drop down, and you see metallic. Select on metallic. All right, and it's going to take the metallic of the shape. Now, but there's something else I want you guys to notice. I want you guys to do something. You see, this metallic is looking exactly like the color of this, and some phones, there's, like you can see, yes, they are the same color, but you want to be able to tell them apart. All right, let's say you want to tell them apart. You don't want everything to just sink in like that, and it's difficult to see the buttons. So what do? You have to adjust the color a little bit, adjust the setting, but don't do that yet, because if you come here and adjust the color here, maybe you come and make it a little bit, click here and drag this up to be a little bit more bright. You see, everything becomes a little bit more bright, and it's not what you were going for originally. All right, so let's press Ctrl Z. So you want this to be a little dark, right? But you want only this to be a little bit more bright. Remember, if you click and drag it up, everything goes with it, but it's not what you're going for, right? So click on this, and you see beside the metallic material you just added to it is the number called 2. So it means that this is the second material that is linked to the original one. This is the original one. All right, now it means that the second material has been linked to it. So anything you do affects the original one. So you want to separate it. Once you press this 2, you make this one a material on its own. All right, so you can work on it on its own. It's just detached from the original. So you click on 2, it disappears and becomes metallic 001. You can see it has borne its own name, metallic 001. So if you want, you can change it to side buttons if you want now. So side buttons, you can change it to that. Then now you can now go ahead and say, okay, let me increase the brightness slightly so that it stands out. Okay, you can click on it, increase it all the way up or something like that, so it stands out from the rest. Now this is it. So you can, now another trick I want to show you guys is if you want to take this material and apply to all these ones as well, okay, and equally to this one, without going to do it one after the other. So what you do is you click on this original, the material you have done, hold shift and click on this, and click on this. All right, then come back to the original one. Make sure you click on it again, hold shift again and click on it so that the color changes to be light orange. These ones are dark orange, right? They're all dark orange, or this has to be light orange. That shows that this one is the active one. This is the one that is going to donate materials to the rest of them. Okay, the light orange will donate materials to the rest. So you come here, come to this button here, click on it, and you see copy materials to selected. So this will copy materials to the rest of them. So it donates materials to them and they all share the same materials. They are all linked together. So you click on it and all of them get the materials. All right, fantastic. So that makes sense. So this is how you do that. And so for this, if you click on this as well, I think it has a similar thing. You do the similar thing with it. Okay, so click on this and select metallic for it. All right, metallic. But you notice that some of them are darker than the original, right? So you have to equally separate it by pressing this number to cut it out. Okay, if you want, you can change the name. If you want to leave it, all right. I can just make it metallic back, maybe metallic back lens. Just metallic back lens. Yeah, back lens. I mean, you can call it whatever you want, just to separate it. Then you can go ahead and make it a little darker than the original, just like you can see here, a little darker than the original, so it stands out. Then that of the lenses, you can make the lenses to carry the same, just for variation. I would take this color, this to be the same with this. Okay, so I'll click on this and just go straight to metallic so that it has the same with this, so there's a little variation to it. Okay, all right, fantastic. Now for the flash, now the flash is quite funny because it's going to be a glass. It's looking like a glass that has roughness but white in color. Okay, so you rotate, look at it, and add. This is why you do a new material for this. So a new material, leave it as white, come here and go to transmission. Anything glass has to go through transmission because that's how you know refraction actually happens and all that. So increase the weight to 1. Okay, and now reduce the roughness. All right, the roughness, make it oh, you know what, leave the weight, leave this to white. Okay, because if it refracts light, it's not going to be allowing you to, it's not going to be showing you this base color anymore. All right, it's not going to be showing you base color, so leave it like that, but reduce the roughness down very much, and you can only make it a little metallic, just a little, not entirely, but so you can get the whole thing, the whole what do you call it, smoothness, right? The whole smooth texture thing on it, the whole smooth look of it. So just make it a little like that and leave it as white, make it up. So this is the base color for the flash. All right, and yeah, so for that of the lens is going to be a texture. Lens will be a texture and this will be a glass. All right, lens will be a texture and it will be a glass. So this will be a glass, but for now there's no lens behind it. So how do you make this a glass? You click on the tab, click on edit, and change this to face select if it's not there. Then click on this one and hold Control and press plus on your keyboard. Plus, the right plus on your right keyboard. Keep pressing it to increase, and increase. No, just press minus to go back 1 level. Now, when you do that, you can now go ahead and add another material and call this glass, right? New, make it glass. Call it glass. Then assign it to it, just like we do the rest. Okay, then press tab, go back, go out of there. Then I told you for glass actually is mostly transmission. Go to transmission and increase the weight to 1, and roughness, reduce the roughness as much as you can. All right, Fantastic. So make it like 0.01. All right, good. So there's actually no lens there yet. So for the lens inside, we're going to treat that when we're going to be showing you how to texture. We use texturing to fix the lens. All right, and equally possibly these the details behind this flash as well. So we'll do that in the next class. Okay, so this is basically how you texture a phone. All right, this is how you texture a phone. All right, fantastic. So if you have any questions, we have come to the end of this, so we don't compile everything all together. You have any questions, you can drop it in the comment section, and I will take care of it once I see it. And yeah, the next time you're going to be dealing on texturing, so we'll texture, and that's why we can put in these images in front, these details, the Apple logo, the lenses, and all that. So we are going to be dealing with that on the next class. So don't miss out the next class. I'll be dropping a video immediately, or if it's already there, you're going to be seeing it right away. Okay, so click on that and join the next class immediately. All right, take care, and keep practicing and keep getting better. And I'm here to guide you all the way. Have a lovely day.